All right, at a low cover of your target, 5 rounds as fast as you can.
Stand by.
Fell off into that D zone on the right or left, right into the shoulder. Okay. So what I can do from this point, I found out, all right, found failure, -1 at 25, right? Now, what else could we do? Say it was 100% accountable on the A and C zone region, then what could we do?
Retire.
Instead of increasing the distance, what else could we do? Shrink the what? Target size. So instead of A and C zone hits, just A zone hits are counting, right? So if I go back to the 25-yard line and I'm shooting for 100% accountability to that A zone region, all I know is that I need to allow another maybe 3/10, shoot it in a 9/8 presentation, keeping everything under the standard of the man card presentation for that low ready or high ready in 1 second. Keep everything underneath that 1 second, but just give myself a 3/10 of a second to just bring it up, let it settle, then bring that elbow down in line, engage the techniques of grip that I need to be engaging every single time I present that rifle, then run it in a, maybe just a 1/10 over, right? So let's just say 2-2, 2-7, 2-5, 2-4, and then we're crushing A zones, right? And that's through throttle control that we know this. Through training and experience, I'm no longer given 8 seconds to shoot those 2 rounds. Building training scars in our officers who are now coming up, they shoot 1 round, they look over top to make sure they're still in the preferred area of their paper target. Everyone's shaking their head in law enforcement. I was that guy too. Because I have the time, I took the time for that perfect looking target. Doesn't exist in real life. Shoot a human being, there's no hit markers, there's no blood splatter, there's nothing. It's shoot, and now fight or flight ensues. Human behavior occurs, and now you're now shooting a moving target. So your limited window of reacting to somebody who pulled a gun on you is very, very short, not 8 seconds long. So make sure you guys are putting yourselves and skill sets to the test and quantifying what you're capable of at the yard lines that are relatable to your operational environment. Again, the dope drill, data on previous engagement drill. Hopefully you guys see the value. After you shoot it, you will absolutely see the value, and you'll be able to start quantifying through a failure baseline, because today's date is 4/30/2023, and I was shooting this for failure and I found failure, right? And that was the overall goal of this. My goal going into that target was to find failure. And where does it lie at? It lies at 25 yards. All right, now to shoot this again, if I was to go back to 25 yards, so when we get online at 25 yards, I'll shoot it again, but I'll throttle down. And instead of a 6/8 and 12s and 15, 14 splits, I'm now gonna dial back to a 1 second presentation, 1/4 second engagement at 25 yards, and they'll all be crushing A zones, all right? Not through timing and cadence, but actually allowing the time it's gonna take to resettle the dot back on home base and go click, just like cursor in Google Chrome. All right, any questions? And on signal. That's clear. Right? How fast am I moving? Am I all riddled with bullets? Am I probably dead too? Do you think? I mean, I'm reacting, right? So he probably shot at me, probably riddled with bullets. Am I making his life easier or harder? I decreased the distance. I burned and moved towards him, right? All I'm doing is trying to make sure I'm not the only one going away in a body bag at that point, right? So, mark them all, they're all in the A zone, and then we come back. So am I moving incredibly fast, increasing my chance of surviving this horrible encounter? Am I moving very fast? Am I making myself a hard target by moving just right in the frame of reference to him? No, I'm not. I'm moving and literally observing and then orienting and moving closer. I'm now getting filled with lead, he's getting filled with lead. It's not gonna be very conducive for either one of us, right? What could I do to make his life a little bit harder? Laterally, right? How the hell do you do that? Because it's I observe and I orient. Do I want to side shuffle to the right? Side shuffle to the left? What do I want to do? Cross my feet so I can look like this. I look over, and as I draw, now I cross over. Does that make his life a little bit harder? Okay? So that whole kid, you never cross your feet out on my range. Is that actually a thing? No, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I need to do in order to stay alive, all right? So on this one, now I'm gonna be turning and burning. Look, observe. All right, now did I make him chase me? Rather than, he's already engaging me, and all he has to do is do what? Stay on me. I'm actually getting closer. Am I increasing my survival by running towards him? No. Am I increasing my survival by moving and flanking off left to right? Yep. Yes. All right. Now this is all something that you guys can practice at your own time, your own range. What we're gonna do is train continuous movement. We're gonna train continuous movement, forward and aft, like you're stuck inside the structure that you're receiving encounter at, right? So if I'm facing up range, I'm going to look over, drive forward. All right, now, same thing. We face this way, now I'm going to be fleeing. Look, face. Back to target, right? Hip.